So today I want to talk about the observer. And the observer is the one that's watching you think, which is you. It's like you have the one that's thinks they're in the movie, which is going through all the experiences, letting themselves be affected by it or not affected. And then you have the one that's watching everything happen. So the one that's being observed, you think you're this job, you think you're this everything that you formed in your life, you think you're that. Now the observer is you knowing this isn't me. I'm more than this. Okay. So I want to talk about the observer perspective though. The observer perspective has become to me a symbol of eternal peace. So sometimes, when we get too caught up in our movie and we think we're in the movie, feelings just get really out of control and crazy. And we have to remember, we are not our thoughts. We are watching the movie. We're not in the movie. And in a sense, you are in the movie because, there's a side of you that is experiencing all of this. And having feelings towards things and having experiences where your feelings are attached or not detached. But there's a side of you, which is the observer, which, like I said, it's never moved by anything. It stays still. Now, to me, that pretty much represents the eternal peace of God within you. So, when things just get so crazy, it is, safe to say you have to reflect back to the observer eye. Because the observer eye, in my opinion, that's the true eye. It's never moved by anything. It's always still. It's not affected by anything. But that's a gateway. It's a gateway to your peace. Because you don't have to let yourself be affected by the things that happen to you in your life. You don't have to let yourself be affected by the movie. You have an escape, which is the observer eye. So, I think it's important that we remember that. There's always a way out to your internal peace. All the time. Like, we were made so perfect. And that observer eye, it's always with you all the time, being still, holding the peace down. All the time. So when things get too crazy out there, it's always smart to be able to reflect back to that for the stillness, for the peacefulness. So, yeah, and it's very interesting to me because I'm a thinker. I like to try to attach meaning to everything that happens to me in my life and things that are happening in the world, and that's how I am, and I learned that sometimes, you don't have to always attach meaning to everything. And even if you are attaching meaning to everything, because I think no matter what, that's always going to be my personality. But I need to know that this true I that is with me all the time, I can always step into that and have my peace from trying to attach meaning to everything. Because it seems like it's important. I'm practicing this. It's important to train yourself to stay in the grounds of that true eye, the observer eye. Because if you don't, your thoughts will control you, your feelings will control you, the movie will control you. And you are not that. You are not that at all. You are eternal peace. You come from eternal peace. It's always with you. So that's important for us to remember, for sure. It's important for me to remember. So we definitely, got to remember that and keep that very close to us, and keep that observer eye close to you, because it seems like some people go their whole life ignoring that space, and that's your gateway out to eternal peace. So yeah, gotta remember that. So actually, I just had a situation just now that happened to me that I'm kind of still coming down from, because I was dropping off somebody's food doing some DoorDash, and the person, I knocked on the door because they was a handed to me person. So I knocked on the door and he cracked the door open because I heard the dog barking as soon as I rang the doorbell. So I'm like, okay, they have a dog. And when he opened up the door, he let the dog come shoot right out at me. So it was like a little small dog, like a Cocker Spaniel or something, little barker, ankle biter though. And he let the dog come shoot right at me. So the dog, and I'm coming from a space of being real calm. My morning has been real calm and peaceful. And he let the dog come shoot right out at me. The dog came out before he peeked his head out. And the dog was like, ruff, ruff, ruff. He was just looking at me barking, ruff, ruff, ruff. So I just ignored it. It was pretty loud too. So I just ignored it. I handed him the food. And I turned to walk down the stairs to walk away, but the dog's in the walkway to go down the stairs and it's just barking at me. This person turns around and goes in the house and leaves the dog outside barking at me. So within like 3 seconds, the dog starts acting like it wants to bite my ankles. And when I think after all of this is done, I'm like, we got to practice that peace. But it kind of, it's so crazy how after situations happen, you get more, I observe myself getting more angry about it after it already happened to me. But while it happened to me, I was froze. I was stuck. And he kind of started like trying to bite my ankles, and I was like, please, can you get the dog? And I thank God I got some thick sweats on right now. So I got some thick socks on and some thick sweats on. So I really didn't feel nothing, but he tried to gnaw on me. I'm like, can you get the dog? And some man comes from yelling in the house, and he's like, oh, get your stupid A in the house. And, I'm sure the dog gets it. He pretty much gets it bad. But it was just a totally out of control situation. And it kind of traumatized me lightly. So I had to, when I left from there, from being in such calm situation, I was walking back to my car, and I was observing myself think these thoughts. I was thinking like, because I've dropped off a lot of orders where people had dogs. Nobody lets their dog come out and attack me. People usually get the dog under control, they get the dog away, or maybe they crack the door and be like, here. That was the first time for somebody to let the dog come out. I got the mailman treatment. Like, they let the dog come out and bark at me, attack my ankles. Like, that was something. And I just observed myself walking back to the car saying, why the heck would somebody let their dog come out and attack me? So I'm saying that to say this. That was a test moment for me to get myself back into my eternal peace, because that was a real chaotic 2 minutes that just happened to me just now that I was not expecting. So I had to bring myself back to the true observer eye. Get back in the present moment. Relax. Don't let myself continue to draw from that anger. Even though you do get angry from things, sometimes you get a little bit more angrier either before a situation happened or kind of after a situation happened. Like I said, I was observing myself feeling a little bit more angry after the situation happened compared to when it happened. But I had to draw myself back into the present moment, draw myself back into the true observer eye, observe why I was feeling like this. Take a deep breath and, you know, just relax myself, because ooh, that was a little true test right there. I'm still kind of coming down from it, low key, I can't even lie. But I'm gonna make another video on that though, how anticipation before and after a situation feels worse than when you're actually experiencing something. So that's another video that I'm gonna make. But yeah, that was just an interesting scenario. So yeah, when we catch ourselves in those situations, I'm talking to myself right now. When I catch myself in those situations, it's just important to bring yourself back to that eternal peace. Easier said than done. Very easier said than done. But, you know, because I can make a choice. I can make a choice and let myself continue to be angry about it and draw more anger from it and let myself get even more mad. And I'm about to go pick somebody up right now. I can tell them about it and let myself be hyped up some more and do all that. But, you know, it's what you make situations to be. It's what you make situations to be. So I'm going to keep myself back in my true observer eye, present moment. Stay relaxed. I feel good. I haven't smoked weed in about 2 months. And right now, for some reason today, I just feel this natural high. Because sometimes you don't smoke and you still feel this high feeling for some reason. So I'm feeling that right now. So I'm going to let myself stay in that space. But I just wanted to share that moment, you know, with you guys about that. Because that was very interesting. And that was a test for me to stay and channel my eternal peace. And don't lose sight of that. Because then, you know, you don't want to let the outside control you. It's always going to try to, but you just always want to work into just least amount of possible when you feel like it's happening. Don't really resist it, but just observe it. Because what resists will persist. You will make it worse. So just observe it. Why this is happening? Why do I feel like this? So anyways, I'm going to be at my destination. So I'll share another video soon. Nice talking to you guys. Take care.